Waves podcast in the Heated Waves studios. Thanks for keeping it locked. Next game we got for you guys is the Packers and Buccaneers.
Has to be game of the week.
Packers are definitely undefeated in 4-0 with the Buccaneers being 3-2. Obviously, not too shabby. Bucs have lost some tough games.
Lost to the Bears last week.
As I think a lot of people thought, Tampa would be having Tom Brady over there. We're gonna obviously see what happens this week. It is the battle of the MVPs, battle of two of the greatest quarterbacks in the league.
Future Hall of Famers.
Future Hall of Famers. This is gonna be the one, and I feel like if Aaron Rodgers beats Tom Brady this week and can get past Phillip Rivers
that's
in
easy.
week.
Are you kidding me? He'll do that.
Sneaky Colts. But
I get it.
he will have beaten all the good quarterbacks.
Basically, future Hall of Famers.
He's already beaten Russell Wilson last year in that NFC divisional game. He's gone through the list. He's already taken on Drew Brees, so this will be a great game. Miss Bradley, who you got?
Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins. Everybody was he's the best ever. Matt Stafford, that they say has a stronger arm than Aaron Rodgers. And like you said, Tom Brady now. We got Tom Brady, game of the week. This is fucking crazy. This is battle of future Hall of Famers. Who's the best quarterback ever? Conversation between these two until Patrick Mahomes has more years and Lamar Jackson.
He will be in the conversation soon.
And Lamar Jackson as well. But
very soon.
I don't know where to begin in this game because this is going to decide, I believe, in my eyes, this will decide the NFC. Who the best team is. You can push aside Seattle, like we were talking about before the show. Seattle's their first 5 games were a combined record win-loss of 5-16 this year of teams in the first 5 weeks. So I like to say this because I think the Bucs and the Packers both could beat the Seattle Seahawks. They give up the most yards, all that stuff. So that's why I say this game right here will decide the NFC. A lot of you might not agree, but that's how I perceive it right now, and that's my opinion. But I think Aaron Rodgers is playing the best football he's played since 2011 when they were 15-1 and just destroying it. And he's doing it with nothing. The last 2 weeks hasn't had Devontae Adams, hasn't had Allen Lazard because he got hurt. You got running backs that are catching over 100 yards plus per game combined and running.
Only quarterback in the league without an interception right now, too.
Absolutely. And we were just talking about this before, too. What if he doesn't throw a whole interception through the whole year? Last year, he only threw, 2, 3, whatever it was, some ridiculous number. I think it was
only 2.
28-2. It's just, and Tom Brady has all the talent in the world, and they're 3-2. So I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's, and Tom Brady last week versus Bears lost, right? Everybody's seen that game. I hope you guys did because the last play was 4th down. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback ever, right? Didn't realize it was 4th down against the Bears. He thought it was 3rd down, had another play he could throw and make the 1st down. Are you serious? So he's got dementia. He's getting old Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, who's just destroying it. Look, Aaron Rodgers throwing for 71 completion percentage, 1,200 yards, 8.7 yards per pass, 13 touchdowns to 0. Goose egg interception like we're talking about. And one more thing that I just think blows my mind here. Aaron Rodgers leads the league in drop pass yards he would have gained.
Right.
9 drops this year for 125 yards.
Imagine how many it was alone last year from Jimmy fucking Graham.
Oh, my gosh. And guess who's number 2? Tom Brady behind him this year. So it's cool. I really love the Packers here. They've been on a roll. They've had a week off. They've had a bye week. They're at home. Look, the Bucs are 2-0 at home. Packers have also won 3 of 3 games on the road this year. So I'm going to take the Packers in this game. This is going to be a shootout because both these defenses give up a ton of yards, and both these teams put up a ton of yards. T-Ball, who you got? I'm sorry, I took up all the time.
That's fine.
The Packers are so dominant this year right now in every aspect with nothing. They have nothing.
The Bucs are a pretty dominant team as well. I mean, the Buccaneers are allowing fewer than 50 rushing yards in 3 consecutive games, which is bad news for Green Bay's running back Jones.
Because Vita Vea, that number 1 middle defensive tackle guy or defensive lineman, is out on the year, and he was the main guy and the main focal point. They're only allowing 2.7 yards per carry.
I mean, you got to look at it this way. Bucs defense is very good.
They are.
They're 6 overall. But Green Bay's defense is looking very sharp. Kenny Clark back from groin injury. Expect Devontae Adams to return as well. I look at it this way. if the Bucs lose to the Saints and we can beat the Saints, there should be no reason we can't beat the Bucs. October again is Aaron Rodgers month, best quarterback ever in the month of October. But
33-11.
We've had 15 matchups between quarterbacks who were MVP winners. The home quarterback in those 15 matchups is actually 11-3. So this spells good news for Tom Brady.
That's including playoffs.
That's including playoffs, yes. And unfortunately for Tom Brady, he doesn't have Bill Belichick anymore. He's under a different scheme. And yes, you're correct. The Packers are looking good. Definitely on defense. We got some guys back now. I think we're almost 100%. Defense, if the defense can stay steady, we can limit turnovers. I know we just talked about how Aaron Rodgers is,
the Packers have zero turnovers.
Yeah.
Zero as a team.
But think about it this.
Zero.
The Bucs have a very young secondary, and they're going to have a lot to deal with, especially now that Devontae Adams is back. I had to take the Packers as well.
Wow, I'm surprised you did.
The Buccaneers, I just don't think their offense is nearly as good as Green Bay's, and I think the only factor that the Buccaneers would have to beat Green Bay right now is if Aaron Rodgers gave up at least 2 interceptions, or they shut down Aaron Jones and made him fumble or whatever. If they can shut down the run game, it's going to be a very tough game for Green Bay. But if, like I said, Green Bay can limit turnovers, they can keep the run steady, not lose a lot of yards on that run. I think they control the clock with that pass. When you get opportunities, Green Bay should be able to skate by. I got to take Green Bay. I just really want a big win against Tom Brady.
Well, like I've already said a couple weeks ago, whenever the Packers were playing the Saints, I called that. I said he's going to come in here, he's going to beat Breeze, he's going to go next week and beat Matt Ryan, go to a bye, and then beat Tom Brady. That was my prediction back then. It's still my prediction now. The Packers have only given up 3 sacks this season. It leads the NFL in 4 games. 3 sacks, guys. The O-line is tearing it up. Aaron Jones is carrying for 5.8 yards per carry. And they're running for 5th best in the league at 151 yards per game at 5.1 yards per carry as a team. I think they run on this defense. The defense, like I said, when they lost Vita Vea last week,
I think they're going to have a hard time running on this defense.
I don't think so. When Vita Vea is the anchor of that defense, he's out for the year. Good luck, man. They are number 1 in the pass for sacks, or number 4, I'm sorry, in sacks at 14 or 17. And but I just think Tom Brady, he's only beating Aaron Rodgers. He's had 1 more game than Aaron Rodgers and has only beating Aaron Rodgers by 100 passing yards. Has 4 more interceptions. He has 1 less touchdown. A less quarterback rating at 96.8 versus Aaron Rodgers 128.4 this year. He's on fire and he's throwing to nobodies.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I wouldn't say Devontae Adams is a nobody.
The last 2 games is throwing to running backs.
Yeah.
And tight ends that were third stringers.
Valdez-Scantling wasn't really much to speak of until
Robert
the end
Tonyan.
of last year. Yeah.
Who's Robert Tonyan last year?
Nobody.
Nobody.
He came out of.
5 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Aaron Rodgers and Packers roll. Packers roll.
Bucs are going to have a hard time.
It's going to be a great game, though. I think it's going to be a shootout in my eyes, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the clutch one down at the end of the game because Matt LaFleur is so goddamn creative right now.
Plus, I bet Tom Brady's not feeling too good after that loss to the Bears. I mean, granted, the Bears record-wise look good this year, but the Green Bay Packers are going to beat the Bears twice this year. So
they normally do. So I got Packers. You got Packers. Take us out,
baby. Let me get a Bucs fan in the comments. Try to prove me wrong. Tell me some kind of factor that can kind of change my mind on this. I almost went with the Bucs, but let us know if you have anything else, any information. Keep it locked. We got more picks for you. I'm T-Ball right here in the Heated Waves. This is Mr. Bradley.
Peace.